We've all heard the statement, born on the wrong side of the tracks. This was to identify, according to the railway tracks in town, if you were born one side or the other, whether it was the disadvantaged or the advantaged part of town. Currently, I'm standing on the disused railway line that once linked Murwillumbah in northern New South Wales to Casino. 1896 was when this line was first laid and first put into use. But it's been 12 long years since these steel guides have felt the weight of an engine rolling along them. And although the engines no longer come along here, the evidence that they once did is still all around us. And sometimes as Christians, we may not see ourselves as people that favour others or discriminate against people. But oftentimes, if we were to allow ourselves to dig deep into our heart, we still may find the tracks of discrimination, segregation, and favoritism running in our hearts. This is why James says in chapter 2, verse 4, that this discrimination that fuels our judgment purely comes from an evil motive that lies and lurks somewhere deep on the inside. We all basically judge people according to four things. The first one is their achievements. We love to idolize the overachiever. We love to lift up and to be around the person who has done great things, the sports person that's achieved, the business person that's been successful. So we love to judge people according to, well, if they've done all this, they must be a wonderful person. The second way we tend to judge people is through appearances. We can tell a lot, we think, by the way someone looks. And oftentimes that judgment in our heart, just by what we perceive on the outside of someone's life, is how we dictate and how we think that person lives their life. Oftentimes we'll judge their children according to the way they're dressed or where they live. So appearances are often what we use as a grid, a filter to judge people. Thirdly, there's ancestry. Are they black? Are they white? Are they Asian? Are they from a Middle Eastern country somewhere? Kathy and I have been in some of the Middle Eastern countries where we are the minority, and you do stand out and you do feel the eyes of everyone around focusing on you. It's very, very intimidating. And unfortunately, even though for many of us have surrendered our life to Christ, those tracks of prejudice and those tracks of segregation and ancestry, the way we critique people, still run deeply through our lives. And lastly, it's through age. We often judge a person according to, are they too young? Are they too old? Sometimes in the circle I work in as pastors, you go to a conference and pastors will critique one another, that if they're at a certain age that they probably don't have the ability or the energy to do great things. And so it's like this invisible line that the Bible never talks about, but we actually have it in our own hearts.